Hey, good morning everybody. It's Mike and thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. Look, I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can today because we got a lot of stuff to cover and it's important stuff. Look, this week we're asking the question, trying to answer it right. Are you running your business like a business? I mean, you hear me say this a lot, right? But it's a serious question. Are you running your business like a business? And look, if your goal is to sell 10 or more transactions this year, then you're talking about a six-figure income. And that's a legitimate full-time business. Now, if your goal is less than 10, that's fine. I'm not into what your goal is. That is you and that is your life. I just want to help you achieve whatever the goal is. But if your goal for whatever reason in your life is less than 10 transaction sites, then you might be able to get away with that part-time approach and working from home. You might be able to do that because you're not trying to sell more than 10 homes. Some of you, 4 to 6 would do it for you in today's current life situation. This call this week isn't for those people. If you want to stay on and just hear what might be required of you one day when your goals change, that's fine, but the goal's not geared towards people who want to sell less than 10 homes this year. I'm speaking specifically this week towards the agents trying to do more than 10 transaction sites. And for you, it becomes absolutely critical that you run your business like a business, not like a part-time hobby. Okay, so we've talked about a number of concepts this week. We've talked about the incredible importance of a written weekly schedule each week. Yesterday we talked about the persistency of your consistency. Today, I want to focus on the power of delegation. Look, we all get 1,440 minutes in every day, right? Nobody gets more, and hopefully you won't get less. Right? Can we agree on this? It's the great equalizer on this planet. We all get the same amount of time. The great separator among people isn't how much time you get, because we all get the same. It's how we use that time. Okay? Now, I'm going to tell you a real quick personal story. And some of you have heard it before. Work with me here. There was a time when I had a mentor who wasn't in real estate. He was just a guy that was a lot older than me, and for some reason he took an interest in my success. And he was of great help to me when I was first getting started. And we were having lunch one day, and I said, you know, for the first time I'm starting to see how I could do unlimited amounts of business. And he said, that's great, Mike. What's your biggest problem? And I said, people. I mean, I really don't want to hire people. I don't like managing people. I'm not good at it. I don't enjoy it. I don't want to do it. I just want to do everything myself. And he said the most perfect thing to me at that time. He said, Mike, that's absolutely okay. It's your business. You can choose to run it any way you want to. Just acknowledge the limitations you put on yourself. I'm like, whoa, hold on, time out here. I don't put limitations on myself. And he said, well, you just did. You don't like something, you're not good at it, you're apparently not willing to learn a new skill, grow a new muscle, so that'll be a limiting factor in your business, which is okay. You can make that decision. I just want you to acknowledge the limitations you put on yourself. You know, I walked around with that for a couple of weeks, and it just really bothered me. Like, is that who I am? Because I'm unwilling to learn a new skill, to grow a new muscle, I'm putting limitations on myself at this age, which I was pretty young then. Believe it or not, there was a time when I was. And I didn't like the answer. Apparently he was right. I was just unwilling to learn new skills, and that was unacceptable to me, and I was putting limitations on myself that didn't need to be there. I had to change. You know, I think great agents tend to be control freaks. I know I was. They can be perfectionist. They're not perfect, they just tend to want everybody else to be perfect. Guilty as charged. They say things like, hey, you know, it's just easier if I just do it myself. If you've ever felt like this or found yourself saying things like that, you have control issues and you are an immature business person, just like I was. You have control issues and you are an immature business person. Your business is going to be limited because our capacity is limited. You only get 1,440 minutes every day, no matter how complex your life is, and no matter how much you say you want, you have a capacity limit. And if I wanted to do everything all by myself because I don't want to deal with anybody else, and that way I know it gets done right the first time, and all that stuff is true, and I guess I can say that, but then isn't my business going to be limited? I'm going to have a cap on myself, a ceiling, and at some point you are doing all the business that you can fit in a day. And so then I can choose to work more. I can be that 7-day-a-week guy working 15 hours a day, and then I still run into a wall. And I could sacrifice my family and friends and personal life, myself, and interest in hobbies, and right? I could do all that in the interest of pacifying my control issues. Or maybe I could grow a new muscle. I could learn a new skill. I could develop and evolve as a business person. I guess I had a choice, didn't I? Well, thank God I chose to develop and evolve and to grow versus just staying where I was. Now, no doubt, talk to our staff, they could say, well, Mike, you're still not very good at it. Guilty, no doubt, not a strength. I've had to develop my way of dealing with things, and I wanted to share some of those with you. So I just jotted down last night my mind that you might have different ideas, other people might, they write books on this stuff. But over the course of my career, here's the 5 rules for effective delegation that I've developed, and I wanted to share them with you. It starts with this. Before we get to number 1, you have to realize that all problems with delegation are with the delegator, not the delegatee. Now, you can get frustrated with people that you've delegated stuff to and they didn't do it just the way you wanted to, and I say that's not their fault, that's your fault. You are not an effective delegator. And this is going to cost you time, effort, and attitude. All problems, you need to accept this, all problems are with me, not the person I delegated to. And if I follow the 5 rules, we won't have that many problems. Number 1, get out in front of the day. Look, the people that are around you to help you, and here we have things like the help team and marketing and social media, and they're all here to help you. That's what they exist for. And they're passionate about doing that. But they can't read your mind. And they're sitting around waiting for you to delegate to them. And if you say things like, well, they should just know, they're not you. It's not their business, it's your business. They're trying to help you in their business. They shouldn't just know. And that's a bad delegator that says things like that. Get out in front of the day. It is 8:40. I think you should have already delegated everything today that could be assigned out by 8:40. If you haven't, you're behind the day. Get out in front of the day. These people want to help you, but you have to think it and they do it. You have to think it and then they do it. You got to get out ahead of the day. Number 2, be direct, be clear. Phrases like this should be eliminated from your vocabulary. Should be, probably, likely, those words have no place in business. Eliminate them. Well, this will probably be ready to go live in 3 days. That has no meaning to the person that you're delegating to. I will get back to you when I'm ready for this listing to go live. That has meaning. They can't read your mind, and it's your business, it's not theirs. Eliminate those words from your vocabulary. Number 3, realize they aren't you. If they were you, they would be you. If they were you, they wouldn't be working for you. It's your business, not theirs. So when you think, well, she should just know. How should she just know? Well, because that's what makes sense. No, that's what makes sense to you. Because you're in your business all the time and you understand it. They're just trying to help you. They shouldn't just know. They aren't you. Stop expecting other people to be you. It doesn't mean the same thing to them that it means to you. Number 4, have consistent policies and procedures for each action. Do it the same way every time. And then you will find that the people around you that are there to help you, they do get it more often. Why? Because you do it the same way every time. I know, here's an example of this. Bob Clarkson likes his new listings to go live on a Thursday. I tease Bob about that because I'm not sure that that's very important, but he thinks it's important and it's his business. So, okay, I guess it doesn't really matter to me other than it's something fun to tease him about, right? But see, the help team knows that because he always likes his new listings to go live on Thursday. So it would occur to them that if he had a coming soon property and it was Thursday, he might want that to go live today. Maybe we should check with Bob. Why? Because he always likes his new listings to go live on a Thursday. That's an example of having consistent policies and procedures. It really helps the people that are trying to help you. And number 5 on my list is control your emotions. Man, this is a big one in our business, isn't it? Nobody wants to work with an emotional cripple. Nobody. If you're a drama queen, if you make a mountain out of a molehill, if you fly off the handle, if you're a volcano, if you're emotionally unstable because you give power to feelings, it makes it hard for people to help you. And you're going to get frustrated with them, and I stand and observe and go, well, she is an emotional volcano. There's really very little you can do to help them. They give power to their feelings, and when they feel something, they allow that to rule the day, and they take it out on everybody around them, and that makes it hard to help them. Control your emotions. You know, here in our office, our help team is available to help you. We also have marketing and social media too, but nobody can read your mind. You have to think it, and then they'll do it. And if we did, gosh, I don't know, what do you think? We'd be going out there and making it happen for ourselves each day?